Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Let me see where Anna is. Okay. I can see the chat. I can get in there. Hi, Douglas. How are you? I don't know where Anna is. I left her a message on the phone, and I don't know where she's at. Hello. Okay, here she is. Hijita, estoy en live. Bye. She just called. Okay, she's going to be on live now. All right. You see what happens is that in Mexico, the time change hasn't happened. It happens until April the 6th. Let's see. From April 6th to Sunday 7th. So Sunday 7th is a new time. So how are you, Douglas? How are you doing? Hi, Tooth Fairy. How are you doing? All right, there's Anna. All right. So, hello, Tooth Fairy. Hi, Melissa. Oh, you're sweet. You people are so sweet. If it wasn't for Wednesdays. How are you doing, Douglas? So, all right. This is nice. Hi, Tooth Fairy. Sorry you forgot to. You're doing well. I'm glad. It's nice here. The only problem is that we have a lot of oak. You know that green stuff, that green pollen that it sticks in the cars, and I have a glass table outside in the patio, and every day I have to clean it because it's this green stuff. Anyway, and it makes you cough. Anyway, so how are you doing? I'm okay. So Carla from Athens, thank you very much for watching us from Athens. Thank you very much. Hi, Carla. Hi, Vida, Adele. Okay, how are you, Adele? From Colorado. Okay. Hey, Carla Johnson. All right. Tammy, how are you, Tammy? And Rima. All right, Rima. I'm very happy to see you. How are you doing, Tooth Fairy? Okay. So, oh, this is so nice. You're so nice. Anyway, I want to talk to you about something very important. You see, I have a stitch here. And let me show you something. So I hope you can see it clearly. These from here down, I used a size 9 knitting needle. So from here below. And that is the way it looks. And it's called a knot stitch. And then I changed to 10.5 knitting needles. And I have like from here to there. And you can see the difference. See, you cannot tell the stitch very well here because it's all bunched up, but you can tell the difference. Now, this stitch says to use the needles that the yarn calls for. But sometimes you need to cheat. Sometimes you want to see what it looks when it's in an open thing. So this is the way it looks on the right side of the work. This is the way it looks on the wrong side. So it looks very nice on both. But the way you do this is that on row 1, you only knit. And then on row 2 and 4, so on row 2, you knit 1, and then put your yarn in front, purl 2 together without taking them off your needle. you are going to put your yarn in the back and knit those two again. So I know it's difficult to see it like that, but I'll make a video with this. So you put your yarn in front, purl those 2 stitches, and then take your yarn to the back and knit those same 2 stitches. And you do that the whole row. Now, row number 3, you only knit. And then row number 4, you start with purl 2, knit 2 on the first 2. So it's row number 2, you first knit the first one, and then 2, 2, 2, 2. And on row number 4, you start by knitting those 2. So it's just alternated. But it's a very, very easy stitch to make because it's about purl and knit 2 stitches. So I know it's difficult to see from there, but for the people that know how to knit, you know what I'm talking about. You purl those 2 stitches together, and those 2 stitches you knit. Okay, so that is a stitch. But see, what I'm talking about today is about cheating. I want you to cheat. I want you to change your needles until you find the stitch that you like. I mean, the way that you want your stitch to look. So I like how my stitch looks with larger needles. So of course your tension is going to change, because here, if for example you have 20 stitches for every 4, if you have 20 stitches for every 4 inches, here you're going to have the 20 stitches and it'll give you 6 inches or something like that. 5, probably 5.5. So your tension is going to change. The bigger the needles, the less amount of stitches you need for 4 inches. So see, 4 inches is this on a size 9 knitting needles, and a 4 inches is here on a size 10.5 knitting needle. So very important to know you can change your stitch, you can change the tension. This is another stitch that I don't know if it's posted, I think it is, or it will be next weekend. Anyway, this is very, very nice. And of course, if you make it with thinner yarn or with bigger needles, it is going to look much, like open. And then of course it looks very nice like this, but it's going to look different. And try it. And see how it looks with bigger needles. And then you remember, oh, I don't know. I think it's going to be on this weekend that we have this stitch. And it's the, what is it called? The braided vine. This is braided vine stitch, and it's going to be also this weekend. I think Anna's the one that does those things, but I already filmed them. And isn't that pretty? So of course, if you want to do this stitch, you can use number 8 knitting needles with thinner yarn, and it's going to look very lacy. So this is the way I'm teaching this stitch with the needles that the yarn calls for, but you can try with other needles and see what it looks like. So I have another stitch. So you remember that we had these. Do we have the bicolor? No, I don't even remember what we have. This is called the, this is the bicolor. I anyway. But see how different it looks when you use two yarns, or if you change the size of your needles. This is going to be look like open. If you change the size, it'll look like that. So it's very interesting what you can do, because you can use bigger needles and you will have something like to put on top of your bathing suit or something. Okay, now this is another one that, yeah, but we didn't make this because we didn't like it. Okay, and these are the flowers, remember? So this can also be done with thinner yarn or with bigger needles. If you're going to make something lacy, might as well use thinner yarn so it doesn't look so bulky. Because this is size number 4 yarn, and if you're going to make something dainty, might as well use thinner yarn, like fingering yarn. That would be a little bit, but like a number 3. Yes, like a lace yarn. So this is a very nice one. So you can do it with a lace. So I already told what I needed to tell. And please see about the membership, because we're making a lot of stuff for the membership next month. We're going to be making knitted jewelry. And this is what I'm making. Look. Oh, I'm making knitted jewelry. Look how pretty that looks. And I'm going to put beads, whoops, on my computer. Anyway, this is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to show you different methods, because you can also knit with your fingers, and we have a video on how to knit with your fingers, and you can make a very pretty open I-cord with your fingers. And you can use it as jewelry, because if you make, let's say, 3 I-cords with your 4 fingers, you can braid those I-cords, and it looks a very, very pretty necklace. And you just put your thingies in the, or if you have them long enough, you don't have to put the things to hold them together with. So buy for jewelry, necklaces, and so this is yarn that my kids brought from Florence when they went to Europe. And I checked, and there are several metallic yarns out there, several brands, and they are very pretty and very soft. So, I mean, they look very nice. So I have used metallic yarn in a lot of things, and like in handbags, and try to see what it is out there. Okay. Who is the first time you see me live? Abby? This is the first time see you live. I made about 10 pairs of hand warmers. Yeah, with a right stitch. Yeah, that's a very pretty stitch. Very nice hand warmers. So you don't need to worry about typing mistakes, Rima. This is an international club. We all speak the languages we can, and we write them any way we can, and we all understand. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much, Abby. Thank you, Rima. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. Carla, how are you? I love you too. I love that you're with us, and that you follow us, and that we have this club. No, I haven't done a poncho video, but there is a poncho in which you make 2 rectangles and you sew them like this, and so they become a 90 degrees on the front and in the back, and it's very pretty. So you just make the The rectangles, I think they are about 40 inches, 35, 40 inches long each. And then you sew them, but this is the long part, and this is the wide part. And you sew them like that. Let's see where I can find a sample, because I have made several of those, and they're a lot of fun to make. Thank you for asking, Douglas. What? How are you, Eman? How are you doing? Hi, Trudy. How are you doing? I love those ponchos too. It's just that, you know, I grew up with them in Mexico, and everybody was wearing them, and they made me tired. So what I personally like is if I make two long rectangles and then sew them in the back, and then you have the wide back and the two fronts that are falling just like that. That's what I like very, very much. And even in the fronts, you can have, you know, you have the sewing in the back, and then you can start like a V in the front if you wish, but it's not necessary. That's something that you just make two rectangles, sew half of them, half of it, the two sides in the back, and leave the fronts without sewing. And of course, if you're going to be making a straight stitch, remember that you need to place about 4 or 5 stitches on the sides so it doesn't curl, like stitches that are done with garter stitch or seat stitch, and those prevent your piece from curling in. But you know, since you already know a lot of stitches, make a nice stitch for your poncho. So yes, you can make a very long caplet too. Yeah. Okay, so Trudy. Abby, what is it? Do you have a close, slow video on how to sew the seams? Yes, we do. Yes, we have a very close on how to sew the seams together, and how to pick up the stitches to keep on knitting. For example, if you have a long piece, or if you have, let's say that you have this, and you want to pick up your stitches to knit your sleeve that way, then yes, we have videos on that. Anna, is it possible that you can post that? Is that it? On how to sew seams? Because we have several videos on how to sew like this, like this, like this. So yeah, and we have several of those. So look it up, Abby. What is it that you want to see? Tooth Fairy, what are you asking Douglas to see? Sewing? There's a playlist of, yes, there is a playlist of basics. And hi, Eman. What? No, it's not cold here. It's going to be cold on Sunday, I think. We're going to be freezing, and this is March. What is going on? You know, I don't like all these changes. I don't mind if it's cold or warm, but you know, it's cold at night, and then it gets warm, and then cold again. And in Texas, sometimes you have the air conditioning and the heat on at the same day, so it's just crazy. So the speed of your video tutorials. Yes. My shawl? Where is your shawl? In setting. Okay, so I know you design nice things, Douglas. You need to share it. You have shared some things on Facebook, but we really are interested in seeing what people are knitting. So we have a Facebook channel. Please go there and post your pictures because we are very interested to see what our friends are making. And it's just a lot of fun. We change ideas and we teach each other, and that's a lot of fun. It's cold there. Where are you? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, you know, in many Middle Eastern countries, the 21st is New Year's, and it's the whole week. And so it's a lot of fun. Anna took Nicholas to a party. They crashed the party at a park. And Nicholas was all painted, all full of paint all over the face. And yes, Rima, please show the caplet. Please show it over on Facebook. You go to Facebook, Joanne's Web, and you have the page, the Joanne's Web page, and then you can post it there. It was what? Okay, it's socializing time. I already talked about changing of the stitches and how to change your okay. So if you have lacy stitch, especially in the summer, you can change any stitch into thinner yarn and make it summery. Do not stop knitting in the summer, my dears, please, because you need to keep your hands flexible, your neurons going. Learning new stitches is very nice, like learning new words in another language. So that's a lot of nice. Joanne's Web, yeah. Yes, the Facebook group is very nice. Okay, so there's also the Teespring store, and I have bought several things there. And I think we have a link on our page. And we have the membership, and on the membership club, we are doing knitted jewelry, and it's $5 a month. So that is a lot of fun because we go into more specific things. And I do believe that the people that can go in, that belong to that monthly club, that membership club, they can go and see everything that we have made. I don't know, and I don't know how that works, but please let us know. There we go. So Anna's posting stuff. Trudy, what is it? No, I can't stop knitting either. I'm glad I learned to knit. There's nothing like lace. Nothing like lace, Trudy, because lace is such a fine work. Because look, I understand a lot of people that like to crochet. I like to crochet too, but the look is very different. See, when you crochet, you have 3 strands of yarn of thickness because you have the stitches that you bring out. So now you have 2, and then yarn over and take those 2. So it's 2 or 3 thicknesses, yarn thicknesses. And when you knit, you have 1, it's flat. So the work becomes finer. And then, of course, if you use bigger needles and lacier stitches, we have a lot of lacy stitches. Please check them out. They are very nice. Okay. Yes, I know that you love crocheting, Douglas. Hi, Gina. How are you doing, my dear? Guess what I found? I found, and I took it with me to teach. I found your page I don't know how on earth it ended up in my bag, but I have it. Ah, anyway, it's so nice to see you here, Gina. Thank you very much for joining us. We were talking about the different ways of making lace, how you can take a stitch and using bigger needles or thinner yarn to make it look lacier. And we were talking also about jewelry, knitted jewelry. So we're going to have I love knitted jewelry. I think Anna has a necklace. Do you still have that necklace that I made, Anna? One that falls flat, it's like half moon. And it's very, very pretty. And I made it a long time ago. I had no idea what I was doing. I just kept adding stuff. And so, thank you, Abby. Okay, be well. Thank you very much for joining us. See you next week, next Wednesday at noon. Thank you. Thank you, Abby. Be well. Take care. Have a nice day. Okay, so thank you. And how to what? I still don't know how to crochet. A lot of people don't know how to crochet, and a lot of crocheters don't know how to knit. So if you know how to knit and how to crochet, you've got it made. And then you know what's a lot of fun also? The Tunisian hook. And that you can make very, very fast things. So try the Tunisian hook because it's a lot of fun also. Okay. Thank you very much. Hi, Nan. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Happy spring to you, too. The sun is out. It's going to be very cold this weekend, but it's not now. And so I'm going to put my shorts on, a very short blouse, and get my vitamin D out in my patio. So be well, take care, take some sun, cover your face and take some sun. It's good for you. It's good for your spirit. It's good for the vitamin D that you get. Thank you very much. Have a nice week, and I'll see you later. And thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Anna. And I will see you.